Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Mr. BlubberButter, and welcome to Thief 2, The Metal Age. Now, this game is very, very special to me. This game, in many ways, defined who I am as a gamer. It made my favorite color black as a little kid, and it got me into stealth gaming, period. It was the first computer game I ever touched. Probably the first one I ever saw. I'm not sure if my dad played this before or after he played Descent. Anyway, the original game came out in 98, and this one came out in 2000, so I would be 7 at the point of this, and I don't know if my dad played it immediately or a year after, so I was 7 or 8 when my dad played this. And, oh man, all the memories. Alright, now if you guys look back on my channel, I did a series on Thief Gold. That was a huge mistake. It's a really horrible record. I mean, you can watch it if you want to. I'm sure it's not as horrible as I think it is, but if I'm right, it's really horrible, so I wouldn't recommend it, but you can skim through it if you want to see the plot. I'll give you a bit of a recap. Here's the thing. I played Thief Gold on Expert. I am both capable of playing on Expert, and I enjoy playing on Expert. I like the challenge for these games. That I grew up with. I've played this game in the past on Expert. I'm not going to record this on Expert, and I feel bad about that. I like being able to play on Expert. It gives me some pride to say, hey, you know, I'm not that horrible at gaming, but I played Thief Gold on Expert, and it just really made things drag on. So many times where I spent way too many minutes trying to find that last little objective. So you can comment below. I'll probably record 2 or 3 videos, and so I won't be able to respond until after those 3 videos. But if you really want me to move it to Expert, I can. But I'm telling you, there's a very strong possibility of making this drag on. With stealth games, they're already kind of slow-paced. If you put it on Expert, you have to be even more cautious. So that is my reason for starting out on normal. It really kills my pride because, like I said, I've never played this on normal, actually. I've only ever played this on Expert. My dad was really strict about violence in video games while we were growing up, and Expert always has the rule, don't kill anyone. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start. The other thing I will say, I used a thing called T2 Fix, or Thief 2 Fix. I'm not sure what it's called. If I remember, I'll have it linked down in the description below. Please remind me if I don't have it. It's something that people put together so that this program would run on newer computers. It also fixed some of the graphics. Now, it's still not quite working. I had it set to 1600 by 900. I don't know what the actual term for that is. I'm not really good with resolution, but it's not really working in a 16 by 9 format. So I'm not sure what this is going to look like on YouTube. I apologize for that as well. Without that, it's still running way better. I'm actually able to fix the gamma, so hopefully this will run a lot more smoothly than my first one did, which it just didn't run very smoothly at all. So, that's loud. Reliance upon others is weakness for the strong, but strength for the weak. Wisdom and balance lie in knowing your own nature over time. Chronicles of the Metal Age.
I've always equated feelings with getting caught. They both get in the way of my money. Unfortunately, not everyone is as committed to their work as I am. An old associate of mine, Basso the Boxman, wants to marry Lady Rumford's chambermaid, Genevieve, and live happily ever after. Guess prison life spoiled his taste for thievery. Too bad for Basso that Lady Rumford has other plans. Marriage would void Genevieve's indentured service contract, so Rumford is keeping her confined in the estate with the rest of her worldly possessions. Basso has asked for my assistance on getting her out, since infiltration is my specialty. I make it a policy never to take a job so sentimental, but the Rumford Manor could be a lucrative opportunity for a man like me. It would also mean that Basso would owe me a favor, and in this line of work you can never have too many of those. I'll sneak in after dark and clear a path for Basso so he can rescue his damsel in distress. Along the way, I'll pick up a few souvenirs for the local pawn shops. That should make all this aggravation worthwhile. Otherwise, I'll make Basso wish he was still rotting in Crag's Cleft. This proves it. Going legit is more trouble than it's worth.
Alright, once you're in for, give the signal using the bird call I gave you. You have to be close enough for him to hear it. Help them get out of the mansion together. Don't kill anybody. And this mission is a...
Just run the lock on the side door for you, Garrett. It's the only good way in.
Good for you. The only good way. I don't like following directions. I'll tell you what a good way in. This is a good way in.
Better check my map.
I'm not supposed to do that. I don't think I'm supposed to do that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't have, like, picks or anything either. I wasn't supposed to break in here. Oh my goodness. Since I'm playing on Expert, I might actually be able to pull this off. Hold on. I actually want to see if I'll get through here. I was in the middle of saying something, but I can wait. I'm making a lot of noise.
Show yourself.
Wow. They're a lot less
Who made
suspicious.
that noise?
They're a lot less suspicious on normal. Well before I even got there on Expert, they would have heard. I hope that doesn't make this too
Don't make
boring.
me come find you.
Oh, come on. Come on, come on. A little closer. And I got his key. Okay, hold on. Save. Game saved. Okay, I did save it. Nope, you didn't see anything. If I could sneak by without him seeing.
Looks like nothing.
This.
Probably just the sir checking up on things.
The sir. I am a badass thief. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. I don't think I was supposed to be able to do that. Does the key... Let's, I need to fix the control some.
You don't try to run, Tapper. Just surrender.
Oh, okay. Well, I got caught this time. Alright, I'm going to restart this. Well, that was really awesome. It's kind of,
Just run the lock on the side door for me, Garrett. It's
Okay.
the only good way in.
Back to what I was going to start saying when the video started. Well, you can knock them out if you want, but it ends the mission.
Better check my map.
And the maps are usually pretty useless in these games. Sometimes they're helpful, a lot of them are not. They're just too vague. Let's see. I don't even know where I am. We'll be locked or I can handle that. Basso. Kitchen. So this is if you're inside. What about the outside in the courthouse? Front wings. Oh yeah, so that didn't help me too much. And this is a really small map anyway, so you don't really need it, so it's whatever. I already looked at him. A couple of things to say. First of all, Basso, we did a mission in Thief Gold where we were saving him from prison. And another guy died. I thought Basso died, but I guess it was the other guy who died because... No, that's right. We freed him from prison. I had to carry his unconscious body all the way up. And Garrett did not have very polite things to say about him. So that's Basso. Now,
This must be the door Basso mentioned.
money.
Good thing the butler's out for the night. He left his lights on.
None of these are stealable. Now that's interesting. In Expert, there's only one key, and it's right here. Yeah, they have a key here too. So I guess they make keys easier to find in normal. Interesting. Now I'm gonna use quick save a lot. In fact, I often forget. I'm just gonna name it save 1. I often forget to save normally. I don't like how there's no like hotkey. Oh, oops. There's no like with my weapons, I can hit these to pull out different weapons that I might have. There's nothing like that for the inventory, so I'd rather have a button that just clears my inventory easily so I can open things. Since we happen to have the key, let's see this, and I'm trying to pick up something like this. Oh, well, that time it worked. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've just been bad. Anyway, now you have pick locks and later, and those are kind of annoying, but in this case, there's usually okay. Wow, that's very dark. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. My wife and sister-in-law are putting on makeup and doing their toenails, I guess. Which is all cool. I can't remember what I was saying. I'm sure it was really important, but it'll come to me if it is.
Oh, better stop and check out that light around the corner.
Now, you could actually probably
This
sneak
hallway
through
is
like
too
that,
well lit.
but
I put a water arrow into that torch.
this mission basically services as a... it works as a tutorial of sorts.
Torches always sputtering out.
Well, don't just make tap over it. Light it up.
I lost my tinderbox. Oh, why don't you do it?
I ain't the one that's complaining, am I now?
Huh.
Alright, so let's knock both of them out. You don't actually have to knock them out. I just like knocking people out. There we go. Sweet. Now, you'd want to hide the bodies. Now, I happen to know that nobody's going to come patrolling and see them, but you'd hide the bodies in a relatively less visible spot. And that's how that game works. So these are the basic mechanics of the game. And like I said, this one's kind of working as a tutorial to show you. If they saw you, they'd come out and attack you. You could, if I wanted to, I could have made noise over here. Say I just jumped up and down or did that. And they would have come out looking, and I could have snuck out over here and knocked them out as they came by. So you have different strategies and different things you can do. I've always appreciated that. Like I said, this is the first stealth game I ever played. Okay, so... Fun facts, I was just editing this video and getting ready to post it and found out that the second half of this video had no audio. So I could have just dubbed it over, but it would have looked weird, so I just decided to go ahead and re-record it. I'm actually way further in the game. I'll show you right now. At this point, I've done the next 3 missions, and I was about to post this one, so that's not pleasant. I'll go ahead and finish this one up. And like I said, this one's just
Another guard up ahead. Time
tutorial.
To knock him out while his back is turned.
Hit C, you sneak. I can pickpocket by doing that. Knock him out. It's really not that important. You hide bodies, repeat. That's kind of the gameplay mechanics. Now, as far as the world and the plot goes, in the first one... Well, first I should explain. I played the second one, then the third one, then the first one. When I recorded the first one on my channel, it was the first time I'd ever played it. I did not know any of the plot or anything from this one. Okay, I'll steal that. Oops. Oops, that made noise. Food heals you, for some reason. Most of this game isn't like necessarily super realistic, but the food healing mechanic seems a little out of place. Oh. Interesting. Now at this point I could honestly, once I knock out these people, I could finish the mission, but I'm going to do a little more exploring so I can finish the conversation. There's a guy over there and a guy over there. Now, there are various ways you can approach it. My way is to get someone's attention.
I'll turn you up sooner or later. Where
There.
are you?
They're going to come toward that. While walking toward it, I'll go ahead and knock him out. This guy's being an idiot. So I'll just knock him out, I guess. I don't know why he's walking that way when I made noise over here, but whatever. So I cleared these guys, and that's honestly all I need. The door I need to unlock is right here.
Well, that's her door. I guess Basso can open it. He's not much of a sneak, but he can sure handle a lock.
Good for him. So if you look at the objectives, give the signal, get him there, don't kill anyone. So at this point, I could run back there, hit the whistle, have him come back over, and everything would be great. Unfortunately, it's not quite... Like, there's more loot you can get, and you'd want loot to go buy items from the shop and stuff between the next mission. In my case, I'm playing on normal, and it's really quite easy. I don't really need anything besides the starting equipment they give me, so it's not that important. But I was going to talk a little bit about the plot and the setting. See, the thing about Thief is you are controlling a thief. That's an inherently immoral field, stealing from people. Is there anything important here? Just a random nugget of gold, I guess. Okay. So, they have very strong themes of social injustice. And I don't mean the Tumblr-style social injustice where it's just people disagreeing with your politics. That might have been a little uncalled for. I'm on Tumblr. I enjoy Tumblr. Sometimes Tumblr really pisses me off. Tumblr just gets on my nerves sometimes. But, the social injustice here is similar to, like, Les Mis style France. Oh, that was not lucky. Oh, no. It looks like he has a wallet I can steal, though. I hope they don't come this way. Let's save and see what happens.
Someone making noise?
There you go. Let's go ahead and knock this guy out while I'm at it. Oh, he left. Well, I'll head up there soon enough. So, there's a very clear difference between the, isn't there something I can steal here? I guess not. Oh, but these I can. No, I can't. Wow, this is a whole bunch of uselessness. The upper class and the lower class. The upper class is very arrogant, abusive and immoral, and they're really mean and snobby to the lower class people who are starving and dying beneath them. And you'll hear people saying things like, "I just can't stand all these commoners," and stuff like that. Like very clear problems there. So you have social, or you have political turmoil. I know I used that term a lot in Deus Ex, and I'll probably use it a lot in this one here. But you have some political tension there from the different classes, but you also have the different sects that run the city. Now you have like the normal people. Oh, still couldn't get that. My bad. Is there nothing to steal here? There's nothing to steal here. I don't know where I'm holding all this loot anyway. It's like a magic pocket. Oh, bad idea. Let's leave that one alone. No one. Yeah, they'll say that you could shoot them in the arrow, shoot them with an arrow in the knee, and they'll be like, "Ah!" and start chasing after you. And then when you hide and they can't find you, they're like, "Oh, I guess it was nothing." It's like, yeah, the blood and the scar on your leg, that's nothing.
I don't see anything now. Hold on.
Got him. There we go. You have the normal townsfolk. Again, you have the poor and the richer people. You don't see them a whole bunch. In this one, you see them a lot more in Deadly Shadows, the third one. And the third one's really where they ironed out the world and stuff, and I'm really looking forward to playing that one. It's my personal favorite. It may not be the best. It took a very different formula than this one. It was actually made by a different company. This one was made by Eyeglass Studios. And Eyeglass Studios went out of business in 2000. Not that long after making this game, I don't think. And I'm not sure why, because I thought this game was a commercial success, but that's the thing that happened. And so the next one was made by a different company that I'll look up later. So people didn't like it, but I liked that one. I thought it set up the world a lot better. The thing is, the different people. You have the poorer people who talk about being oppressed and stuff, and you'll see them in jails and stuff here. There's a lot of corruption, especially in the police department. Now, I'm not sure if the police are supposed to really be bad guys, if they're just the bad guys because they're against you, who's a criminal. And you kind of choose how bad of a criminal you want to be. Like, you could be murdering people. Oh, this is this room. You could be murdering people if you wanted, or I tend to play as a pacifist, and that's probably how I'll play this one. I see no reason to kill them. Where are the stairs? Here are the stairs. And, might as well put this out. Nice. Hey, you stole someone's ring. That doesn't seem really nice, but whatever. But you typically steal from, like, the aristocrat people who are kind of abusive and stuff. And again, you hear some conversations, and some people are good, and some people are bad, and there seems to be no morality meter, so it doesn't really matter if you act bad or act good. There doesn't seem to be any consequence at all. At least in the first few games. I haven't played the last one. I've been saving that for my channel once I hit there, so that's why I want to record this one and the third one first. But then you have the different religious sects. And, there are the Hammerites. I wonder if I can knock him out.
Hello?
No. I mean, I could shoot him with an arrow, but...
You can't hide for long.
Oh, yes, that's one way to do it. He's coming. Let's see if I can knock him out.
Come out here now! I'm not kidding!
Is he really not going to come out? No. Wow, he's an idiot. Okay, whatever. You have the Hammerites, the Order of the Hammer. These people represent order and nature, or not nature, sorry, order and organized religion. Now they very strongly resemble. Hey, let's go take out these people like I did at the beginning, but from a little slightly roundabout way. Apparently I can't. Okay. Now, they strongly resemble medieval Catholicism. Now, I have nothing against Catholics. I'm not saying that Catholics are bad people or anything like that, so please don't say anything like that in the comments, and I'd appreciate it if other people not say things like that in the comments. But they strongly resemble medieval Catholicism. So they're not just a religious entity, they aren't just a church or group of people, they're a political entity. And there's sometimes tension between them and normal people because they're pretty arrogant, they tend to scorn the unbelievers, and things of that nature. Wow, I can barely see. So it makes things difficult for people to like them. They're kind of snobby people, but they aren't really bad people. Now, they're not very nice to thieves, and so they're a huge enemy for you. Because of their order thing and their sense of morality, breaking the law is a really big deal. So they are very harsh to people. If I remember right, in Thief Gold, they had, like, some episodes where people were in, like, torture racks and stuff like that. Like, pretty bad things. And again, these aren't necessarily evil people, but they are very harsh, not very forgiving, kind of douchey people. And their primary enemies are the pagans. Now, the pagans are not just people who disagree with them or serve their own, like, have their own religion. These people worship nature, while the Order of the Hammers represents progress and order and cities and stuff like that, and they forge things out of iron and, you know, things of that nature. The pagans represent just chaos and nature in their own terms. I'll go call him and get this going while I'm doing it. And like I said, I didn't have to clear everything out. I just had to get the bottom floor out because you just lead him over to the door. The pagans worship nature, believe in living in one with nature, and they view the cities as harmful and the city folk as bad people for building cities on what was actually nature's grounds. And they are pretty clearly bad people. Some of their worship involves kidnapping and murdering humans. They talk kind of like Smeagol, whereas the Hammerites talk like they talk with like King James style scriptures, and scriptures clearly resemble that, including like a Book of Common Prayer type thing. They have a lot of liturgical elements. And the pagans, oh, that's not the right one. Alright, I'm just going to run through here. Let's get them over there. The pagans are not great people, and they worship the Trickster Lord. The Trickster Lord, according to the... Where'd you go, bud? The Trickster Lord is basically Satan. And according to the Hammerites, that he is Satan. The Great Builder is the god of the Hammerites, and the Trickster Lord is the Satan. And the scriptures and the writings of the Tree People pretty much confirm as much. What are you doing over there, dude? What the crap? Oh, are you leading the way now? Because you clearly know where you're going. Okay. So the Hammerite... animation was a little off there. It's clearly Satan and God, and the two are enemies.
Shh, come with me.
Let me see if there's anything to steal in there. A key. I'm not sure what this is good for, but I'll take it. Now, I was a little concerned when I read the first one, because I thought both were kind of just superstition in this world, because the majority of people seem to be either agnostic or just, What are you doing in the kitchen? Are you guys hungry? Are you trying to get it on? Like, what the crap? In what universe is the kitchen the escape? The Hammerites... Just knock them out. Steal their money. The Hammerites, it basically confirmed that it is, in fact, Satan, and until the first one, I played the first one, I thought that was just superstition. Because they talked about their god, the Satan person, and the Builder talked about his being him being the good one and them being the bad ones. And so I kind of thought that was just the two religious factions, and they hated each other. But in the first one, you resurrected the Trickster Lord, and he is actually pretty much Satan. So that's actually pretty concerning. I'm actually going to talk about this a little bit before I end the video. The Trickster Lord somehow... Well, he had a number of followers, including a tree person that might come up in this one. I don't remember, and if so, I'll remember her name, and we'll talk about that then. But, like, you were tricked into gathering a bunch of things that you thought were supposed to be saving the world and stopping something, but instead you resurrected Satan. And Satan was going to kill you and destroy the world, and so you ended up having to kill or trap Satan. And that was the end of the first one. The first one honestly didn't have a lot of thieving elements. You were running around, you were fighting monsters, you were going through crypts and avoiding zombies, and it really wasn't very many thieving elements. And so you got a key to unlock this hidden temple from a lost city, and in this temple you had to go get the four I'm blanking out on words. You had to be at four symbols, and so you had to go to different places, but from magicians that had never been mentioned before. But apparently there were magicians in the first one that I don't know if they come up later again or not. And so you had to steal from them. I don't know if you had to do anything with the keepers, but you had to steal something from the Hammerites, and you had to steal something from the tree people, and then another one that was somewhere. And you resurrected Satan and had to kill him because he was going to destroy everything. And so the fact that Satan exists means that God might exist too. And if the Hammerites' God is actually existing and he's an actual thing, then he would not only hate Garrett for breaking the law, but it means you have some serious problems ahead. So that causes a few problems. I'm not sure what that means if the Trickster Lord is actually real, and Satan. So I'm confused about that. They don't really bring it up later, I don't know. So I'll play through this again knowing that they are real, and I'll see if I can actually understand that now. The other group I wanted to mention would be the Keepers. The Keepers raised Garrett. The Keepers, in the first one, there was a cutscene where Garrett, as a child, tried to... he was a pickpocket, and he was trying to steal something from someone, and they caught you. And he was like, yo, now that's not cool, but you did sneak up on me, and nobody else can really do that, so I'm going to raise you, or something like that. So he raised you and taught you the ways of the Keepers, and then Garrett grew old and kind of rejected them and left and decided to become a thief with his newfound abilities. And so the Keepers don't really like Garrett, except for the guy who got you, which is Brother Artemis, I think. I'll have to check and see if the name is right. But one of the Keepers still likes you, and the rest of them are kind of untrusting of you, but they need your help, and so they recruited you in the first one, and they come up throughout the series. So they're important people, and they are kind of in the background. The city doesn't know about them. They're very mystical. They're not like the Hammers or the Pagans, where they're openly clashing with people. These guys are in the background. They're very mysterious, and they try to maintain a sense of order or balance in the world. And so when things happen like the Trickster Lord being resurrected, they get you to try to stop that, and so on. And they have prophecies that they're worried about, and they study, and books written by the ancients or something like that. And you explore them more in later games, and so we'll see more of them now. But those are the three major factions in the city. And then in this game, we have the Mechanists. And I'm not going to talk about them because they come up later. So I hope I explained a little bit about the background of this. I know it's been kind of random and not all over the place, so I apologize for that. But it's important to know that as you go into this one. They actually did a good job of setting up the world. And while the first two games are very old games, they came out in 98 and 2000, and didn't have a lot of the capabilities that we have now to explore worlds, and so the last two, I think, helped set it up a lot more. The Deadly Shadows especially really ironed out the world, and really, I loved it. So, well, you'll see about it then. But you'll see just the little subtlety of how they try to tell the story here, and I'll talk about that later. But it really is an interesting world, and I really enjoy it. This game is one of my all-time favorites. I love this game. It helped establish a lot of my gaming tendencies, and I'm really excited about playing it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It really is worth the time. At this current moment, it's on sale in the Humble Store, and I'm going to try to upload this today as I'm recording this last half of it. And you can get it for like $2.50 or something like that. So I would head over there. I'll try to have a link in the description. If you're in any way interested, you should get it. It's only on sale for the next 2 days, I think. The whole series is on sale, though. So if you want to get the series, there's 4 games: Thief Gold, Thief 2, Thief Deadly Shadows, and then the newest one. And all of them are on sale, so you can get the whole series for under $20. I highly recommend it. I really think you guys will enjoy it. It's my all-time favorite series, period. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, a like or subscribe would be amazing. I really hope you'll stick with me through this series. I'm excited to play it. This brings back so many memories and so many good times. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and stop. You all have a great day. I'm Mr. BlubberButter. We'll see you later. Bye.